So what are the signs that you have met your twin flame? How do you know? Is there any sign that you could go by that takes place when you first meet them or when you meet them like over a period of time and so on? So these are questions that you can ask yourself, right? And many of you do. And I will give you certain things, certain elements that and signs where you can go by, but the list isn't complete. So don't go if I don't mention what you lived and went through. Don't go thinking, oh, in that case, Yvonne hasn't said my sign, so it's not possible that it's a twin flame. No, I never do videos like that, right? I give you my experience. I go by the experience that clients share with me, many clients over the years, and I draw from that when I do videos. So don't stick too much to what I'm saying. Trust your own heart first and foremost, your own experience, your intuition, and that's always the best guide you can get. So one of the sign is like a physical reaction of some shape or form, right? It could be like you feel like you're struck by lightning when you see them, or when you touch them the first time, when you're introduced to them, however you meet, there can be that deep recognition moment of well, it's not really recognizing each other because you might not know what's going on, but there is a physical symptom that you've never maybe experienced like that. As I said, like feeling struck by lightning, or feeling or shaking, or you look into their eyes and you just it feels like they look into your soul, or they look through you, or there's that very, very strong physical attraction where you just feel you have to touch them, or you have a rash on your arm or on your body the next day, or something very sort of extreme. Like, it's always in a loving way. It's not like you're being punished or you being, you're suffering, but it can be very strong. It can be a very strong symptom. So that is one of the things that can happen. Something else is actually, as I already touched upon, through the eyes, like in the look, like you sort of look into your own eyes, almost like you recognize something in them. And of course, we recognize parts of ourselves in many other people too, that we meet, or that we happen to meet, or have a relationship with, or work with, whatever it is. Like, there's different levels of recognition of yourself in others, because we are all one, and we are all in some shape or form connected, and we share similar patterns or soul parts. But twin flames is, since it's really one being, it's like the one soul incarnating in two bodies, there is a much deeper level of recognition going on. So the eyes, as like we say in society, right? We say the eyes are the window to your soul. So you can actually just be caught by their look, like how you look at them and how they look at you. And when your eyes lock sort of and connect, maybe there is, a second longer of you staring at their eyes or into their eyes, and they look at you, or there's so many unspoken things, because in truth, you know each other, right? You recognize each other in that not in that moment. It can be a phase, right? A phase of recognition, or a phase of being intrigued, simply intrigued by someone, right? Of like, what is it with this person? They're not my type. They're much older, much younger. They're different religion, like not what I'm usually going for. I'm married, they're married. Like, we're not into each other really, but yet there is something, like we have to sort of keep looking at each other, or that sort of thing can be going on. Something else that comes to mind, I'm mostly relating from things clients shared with me, right? But of course, I'm doing it anonymously. So one other thing can be like such a strong physical attraction that you feel when they sort of leave the room, or they go about their lives, or you sort of separate even just for a moment after meeting them, or like during the first few weeks or whatever, it can be like physical pain of them leaving. Like it's almost like, but it's not in a negative way of like, oh my gosh, I'm dying, not that, but you sort of feel that their physical, like them moving away physically is almost making you feel like you're not, I don't want to say not complete, because that's exactly the trap you can fall into, because it's not, you are complete on your own. You don't need them to be complete. But since the connection is so strong and your oneness actually is, it can feel like part of your body is moving out the room, sort of. And you just know that, you just know where they're at, like they're leaving the room, and you physically feel it almost. I hope I'm making myself clear, right? I'm trying. So that's another sign that you could maybe experience. So I just wanted to make a short video on this and give you some examples. Even if you don't experience any of this, it can be a slow recognition. At one point it does become sort of physical, that you also feel the connection physically, like by touching them, or by having rashes, or by whatever it is, like being struck by a lightning experience, whatever it might be in your case. That will eventually happen, but the getting to know them, or recognizing them, or realizing they're special to you can happen over a period of time. So I think the best thing you can do, I gave you now some examples, is that you type below in the comments how it was for you, how you recognize that they're special to you, and you recognized like the first instances, or the first days or week of your meeting, that there was something different, that this isn't what you have ever experienced. So let me know below, and I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for trusting in me. And I'm sending much love to you. Bye, guys.